In a twist that took the basketball community by surprise, the Connecticut Sun made headlines as they reacted to a pivotal moment involving Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White. This unexpected incident not only shook up the atmosphere of the game but also sparked discussions that echoed well beyond the court. The energy in the arena was electric as fans witnessed a confrontation that encapsulated the spirit of competition in women's basketball. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Caitlin Clark, a player known for her sharp instincts and fierce competitiveness, had been making waves in the league. She is a whirlwind on the court, often leaving defenders scrambling and spectators on the edge of their seats. Known for her impressive range and ability to score from anywhere, Clark is more than just a shooter. She is a playmaker with an uncanny knack for reading the game. Her fearless approach is both inspiring and a little daunting for her opponents. When she stepped onto the court against the Connecticut Sun, the atmosphere changed. Fans anticipated fireworks, and they were not disappointed. On the other side, Stephanie White, head coach of the Sun, represents a blend of strategy and passion. White has carved out a reputation as a fiery leader. Her commitment to developing players is evident in how she conducts herself during games. On this day, however, the dynamics shifted unexpectedly. Clark, with her characteristic boldness, found herself at the center of attention not just for her skills, but for an interaction that caught everyone off guard. As the game progressed, the tension built. It wasn't long before Clark, sensing an opportunity, made a bold move. She stole the ball from the Sun, an action that sent shockwaves through the crowd. It wasn't just any steal, it was a statement. It signified her dominance and challenged the authority of White and her team. The gym erupted in mixed reactions, cheers from Clark's fans, and gasps from Sun supporters. You could almost hear the collective breath being held as spectators realized the significance of what they were witnessing. This moment wasn't just about a single play. It reflected a growing narrative in women's basketball. Clark's assertive play style resonated with younger players, demonstrating that confidence can be a game changer. She embodies a new generation of athletes who aren't afraid to step up and seize the moment. With her effortless style and undeniable talent, Clark is redefining the expectations of female athletes, and this steal was a perfect example of her influence on the game. The reaction from the Connecticut Sun bench was immediate and intense. Coaches and players were visibly unsettled, and it was clear that this incident struck a nerve. White's expression shifted, going from frustration to a calculated intensity. This was not just a game. This was a lesson in resilience and strategy. White, known for her ability to adapt, now faced the challenge of rallying her team after such a pivotal moment. Her demeanor was a mix of disbelief and determination. It was as if she was saying, "Okay, we've been hit. Now, let's hit back." The players on the court responded with urgency. They understood the implications of this play and the psychological impact it could have. The atmosphere in the arena transformed into a pressure cooker. Fans leaned in, holding their breath as the Sun attempted to regroup. Their coach, with a fire in her eyes, began to shout instructions. It was a sight to behold. White, a maestro in the chaos, orchestrating her team back into formation. It was a moment that highlighted the fierce competitive spirit that women's basketball embodies. As the game continued, the stakes fell higher. Clark's confidence had sparked a shift, and the Sun knew they had to respond. They were not going to let this moment define them. Players started to push harder, diving for loose balls and hustling back on defense. The competitive fire ignited in them, igniting a newfound energy that can only come from facing adversity head-on. The steal had, paradoxically, united them in a common goal: to prove that they could not only recover but also thrive under pressure. One could almost visualize the gears turning in White's mind as she contemplated her next move. She started calling for specific plays, her voice rising above the noise of the crowd. Each play became an opportunity for her team to reclaim control and challenge Clark's audacity. The game became a chess match, with each coach maneuvering pieces in a strategic dance, hoping to outsmart the other. Meanwhile, Clark continued to play with the same fearlessness that had garnered her attention. She was like a comet streaking across the sky, impossible to ignore. With every shot, every assist, and every defensive effort, she was carving out her legacy in real time. It was mesmerizing to watch, as if she was performing magic on the court. The Connecticut Sun, however, were not willing to be mere spectators in this spectacle. They dug deep, channeling their collective energy into every possession, refusing to let the tide completely turn against them. Humor crept in at unexpected moments as well. After an impressive block by one of the Sun players, a teammate shouted, "Did you leave your passport at home?" Because that was a serious rejection. Laughter bubbled up amidst the tension, reminding everyone that even in competitive sports, joy can be found in the struggle. This lighthearted banter helped ease the pressure, allowing players to focus while also bringing a sense of camaraderie to the game. As the clock ticked down, the atmosphere intensified. The fans were invested, eyes glued to the court as every pass and every shot could tilt the game in either direction. The Sun, fueled by their initial shock, began to find their rhythm. The steel that had rattled them now transformed into motivation. They executed plays with precision, their movements synchronized like a well-rehearsed dance. The energy shifted again, and it became clear that this game was far from over. Clark, however, was relentless. She seemed to thrive on the energy of the moment, pushing herself to new heights. Her plays were met with gasps and cheers, the crowd oscillating between admiration and exasperation. In this heated exchange, her playful demeanor became apparent. After making a particularly impressive three-pointer, she turned to the crowd with a grin, as if to say, "Did you really think you could stop me?" It was moments like these that solidified her status not just as a player, but as a performer who knew how to engage the audience. The final minutes of the game became a blur of action, intensity, and unexpected twists. Every possession mattered. The Sun were clawing their way back, driven by the need to prove themselves, while Clark was hell-bent on sealing the deal. The interplay between determination and spontaneity was palpable, creating a rich tapestry of athleticism and strategy. It was a battle of wills, and the stakes felt like they were through the roof. As the game wound down, the scoreboard told a story that would be remembered. Regardless of the outcome, the events surrounding that pivotal steal would linger in the minds of players and fans alike. This game wasn't just about points, it was about pride and identity. Clark's audacity had shaken the Sun, pushing them to dig deeper than they thought possible. For White and her team, the challenge was about more than just winning. It was about resilience, growth, and the spirit of competition. The final buzzer echoed through the arena, signaling the end of a thrilling contest. Fans erupted, some celebrating while others contemplated what had just unfolded. For the Connecticut Sun, this game was a lesson in perseverance and determination. They had faced adversity head-on and emerged with a renewed sense of purpose. Clark's steal had acted as a catalyst, transforming the dynamics of the game and igniting a fire within the Sun that they would carry forward. In the end, the implications of this incident would resonate long after the final whistle. The Connecticut Sun had been tested, and they had risen to the occasion. Caitlin Clark's fearless play would be remembered not just for its audacity, but for the way it spurred a team into action. This was a moment that encapsulated the very essence of sports, a reminder that every play counts and that sometimes, a single act can change the course of a game. As the dust settled and the players left the court, it was clear that this game would not be forgotten. It was a reflection of the passion, intensity, and humor that define women's basketball. Caitlin Clark had indeed stolen a moment, but in doing so, she had also forged a path for growth and resilience for the Connecticut Sun, setting the stage for future encounters that would undoubtedly carry the same fire and fervor. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.